Hi everyone, and welcome to another fun thing that I like to do that I'm gonna share with you all, which is microneedling. Yes, I microneedle my own face. It's expensive, microneedling. I used to go somewhere and I would pay like maybe 300 to 600 for packages, like of 2 or 3, and every session would be like over $200. And I was like, you know what, let me invest in my own pen. So this is from Dr. Pen, about $100. They're probably even cheaper now. And you can buy the cartilages on Amazon. And I use the hyaluronic acid serum that you can buy on Amazon. But I kind of want to share with you guys the process and what I do, because I struggled with acne for a very long time. After my first competition, my hormones were just a little crazy because I was eating so much fat. My gallbladder was gone. I didn't know I didn't know that my skin, reflected about like what I was eating, because I would like go into like eating whatever I wanted. And also the weather here in Vegas is dry and hot and not skin friendly. Skin needs moisture, it needs hydration. And I wasn't probably drinking enough water, or long story short, I broke out a ton. Like, I'm going to share a picture, super cringe right there. It's cringe. But yes, I struggled so bad with acne. And I don't want to say like I'm done with those struggles, because sometimes like I do get them little, not as, as much as it looked back then. But I did struggle. I did have that. So I wanted to take matters into my own hand. I did get on Accutane. So I'm not going to say I drank a ton of water and ate healthy and it cleared up. No, I had to get on Accutane. I was on it for 6 months, and I would get blood tests every week or every month to make sure my liver was okay, because it does damage your liver. After that, I was left with scars. When you have acne and it's gone, you have scars. And I would do microneedling to get rid of them. But then the cost added up, and I had a friend who was like, just do it yourself. And I was nervous, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. The first thing I am going to do though is numb my face. So this is the numbing cream, again, on Amazon. Like, everything can be delivered to your door. So what I'm going to do is I have a clean brush right there. Bloop. I actually keep all of my products inside this bag. So this is where all of my microneedling fun stuff goes. So this is the numbing cream, like another one, the package. I think I got like a package of 2. And then after I use my brushes or product, not my product, but after I use my brushes, I make sure to clean them. My hands are clean, sanitize, and I just wash my face. So I don't do this on a face right after the gym. No, that would spread germs. Absolutely not. I'm doing it today, which is a rest day. So I'm not going to the gym today. And I'm just going to kind of relax. I'm going to stay indoors. I'm not going to go out to the sun. So I'm just doing it on a day where I have a little bit of freedom the rest of the day. And this is the numbing cream that I'm doing. So if I'm looking this way, it's because I have a mirror right there. And I'm just going to lather my skin in this numbing cream. It's kind of like a cooling sensation. I like it. It feels nice. My hair is slicked back. Well, it should be. There's a little piece. That's why I have like this bandana thingy on. I recommend just having your hair slicked back. You don't want hair all up in your face. So this is the numbing. The forehead is always the most sensitive, so I make sure to give the forehead a little extra numbing cream. And I'm not trying to like smooth away the white. I'm not trying to make it clear. I want it to be white as possible. So I'm still like a baby when it comes to this. I've only been doing this for like about a year now, but I do it every 3 months. So this is like my 5th time doing it. There's people who probably do it every week, and I'm just scared to overdo it because I do have very sensitive skin. My skin is very sensitive, so I just don't want to cause more trauma to it. But the first time I did do it, I barely like did anything. It was just like to try it myself. I didn't want to like hurt my skin. So yeah, I'm really like lathering this on, and I'm putting extra where I know my scars are. So it's gonna be my cheeks. I look crazy, but it's part of the process. And then my forehead a little bit, like that T-zone. I always like get stuff there. So I wouldn't do this if I had active acne because I don't want to spread anything around. Doing this to help with my scarring that I had from acne. I wouldn't do this, a week before an event because, every time my skin responds a little bit differently, but positive differently. So sometimes it'll be like ugly before it's better. Put the numbing cream on and I leave it on for about 10 minutes. So during these 10 minutes, if you had like a fan, it might help it like just dry a little bit. I'm gonna get set up with the product I will be using and the needles I'm gonna be using. So these are the different needles. I keep them in here, but so there's different ones you can get. There's the nano, there's a 12 needle. I don't know if you guys can see that. A 12 needle, another 12, another nano. My favorite's the 36, but I think I ran out of the 36. I'm like, no. Okay, so I'm gonna use the 12 needle. The nano one, it just doesn't go as deep. It doesn't really help with scarring. It's more for like a glow. As for product infusion, that hydration, it helps with the hydration. So it's more of like to pat on like the hydration, to pack on the serum. But I want to target my acne scars. That's something I've been targeting for a long time. It's taken a while for it to finally look clean. It doesn't look like I had or struggled with acne, which is the goal. And that's where I want to continue going. So the 12 pin right here, it's just best for acne scars, textured skin, and collagen stimulation. Just new collagen and elastin, which is what I'm wanting. And again, on Amazon. Be surprised, you can get everything on Amazon. So this is the pen that I have, the Dr. Pen. I keep it plugged in. The thing is I order this from like drpen, like .com, from like China. And it comes with like the battery operated ones where it charges, but it doesn't work that well. So when it's plugged into the actual cord, it works a lot better. Okay, so I hope this is like focusing, but this is the pen. The needle goes up to, like you can kind of vaguely, let me see if you guys vaguely see it. The needle's in there. Yeah, so I can control how far and how in it goes. As you may be able to tell now that the numbing cream is turning a little bit more clear. So it's drying, it's numbing my face, which is good. It's perfect. This is the actual like things it came with, but it just doesn't hold its charge. And I realized that when it's just plugged into the wall, straight into the pen, it's just the intensity of it works a lot better. Sometimes people have horror stories and I've heard about them. That's why they don't do it themselves. But you want to make sure to lather yourself with product. Like lather so much product, because if you're putting needles to dry skin, it is going to make it worse. So when people don't see results with microneedling, I always think they're probably going a little bit too intense. And also like with the needle, and because you can bring this needle all the way up, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, like all the way up you can bring those needles. So I wouldn't recommend bringing them all the way up, because the higher it is, the deeper it's going to penetrate. And two, not using a lot of product. If you're not using a lot of product and you're being stingy with it, then it might cause scarring. So I lather my skin in this product. I want it to glide as much as possible. So yeah, that's not lathered. We're still not lathered, guys. We're almost lathered. You can wipe off the numbing cream. But I don't mind leaving it on, because when it's on and it turns on and everything, hear that? That's the pen. It kind of helps with the pain, because it kind of, the numbing goes in. You can see it already getting like a little bit red. And then you can hear like the slurping sound. To me, that's just the product, so the slurping sound is good. The more slurping, the better, because the slurping is, to me, it's showing that it's like, okay, we have a lot of product, which is what we want. We don't want to be stingy with the hyaluronic acid. I am not scared to waste product. You can't be scared to put product on. You have to put like a lot, so and this is like where I struggled with my acne, with my cheeks. So this is where I do spend a lot of time. I am going in circular motions. I don't want to stand still in one area at all, or else I can damage that area. So I want to keep it constant, keep it going in circular motions, or like T motions, like crosses. But I just want to keep it consistent. I don't want to stop it at all. I want to keep it going. Beautiful. So I'm going to stop right here. Boop. And that is like right there. So it's 1/3 of my face kind of, but I do want to just kind of put way more product, a lot of this product. And then I want to just start putting some product on this side. I'll probably honestly end up using this whole bottle. And usually the hyaluronic acid is clear. So this is the reason it's turning a little bit white, is because it's that numbing cream. But the numbing is just going deeper, if anything. So it's kind of like helping in my like thought process. It's like helping the product like go deeper, and I'm able to go a little bit deeper if I wanted to and not hurt as bad. But it doesn't hurt. It kind of feels like I'm just coloring my face. Yeah, I'm like staying right there where all my scars are. I think I already said this, but the forehead to me and the temples are the worst. And that's where it's because it's very bony. So. Getting that under eye, just to kind of help with dark circles. This is hydration. Yeah, so you can see how it's a little bit red. I had people just randomly reach out to me and be like, do you microneedle your face? I'm like, I've heard from this person or this person. I'm like, it just kind of spread that I did. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a video about this. I didn't know how, I guess, much people were interested in microneedling or my acne journey. So the only reason, and I'm using a clean cloth to wipe it off. The only reason I'm doing that is because I'm gonna add more, and I'm gonna add a lot more. Like this is maybe 50% done, but I'm gonna add a lot more, and I just kind of want to see where I want to add more. You can kind of see how it's red in certain areas because with the white masking it, I'm unable to see where I've been targeting the most and stuff. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you can kind of see if I go in just a little bit red in some spots, you can kind of see a little bit too with the acne scars going back up, which is good, which is what I want. Let me get this. No, it fell on me. It's a messy job. Yeah, but when you guys like go to the salon and stuff, what they'll most likely do is they'll wipe off the numbing cream first, and then they'll put on the serums. And sometimes I think you're just paying for the serums because the serums that those places have, you can't just buy them on Amazon. This one I bought on Amazon. So they have products that might be just more beneficial for your face. Just so you guys know, I'm like no cosmetologist at all. This is like something I do that works for me for fun. So this is something that I've been doing now for a year. It's not something that, this isn't my first time trying it. If it was my first time, I wouldn't be showing you guys because I'd want to do it first. And this is just something that I felt like a video was needed, especially since people started at the gym asking me about it, and then I realized how popular it was. So this is something that I've been thinking about doing, and I was like, you know what, let me just do it and share to the world what I kind of do to help with my skin, and then also a little bit about my experience with acne. I feel like it's really common with competing. I really do. You know, your hormones are a little bit out of whack, the foods and stuff. So it's like we want to have skin health. We want to bring elastin, collagen to our bodies, like to our skin. And now we go to the forehead. Ooh, the forehead's always a little sensitive. And then I don't stay on my forehead too long because the forehead, you can see it's already getting pretty red. And it's always like the first one to get a little bit, because it's just a bony area. Kind of see it's a little bit more glossy since I took out the numbing cream. It's not as white. And then I'm just gonna go past under my under eye one more time. It's just, this part's really sensitive, that skin. Beautiful. Just because I don't want there to be the numbing cream on me, I don't like the whiteness of it. So I just kind of wipe off the rest of that numbing cream. However, I am gonna, because my pores are open right now, like my pores are wide awake, I am gonna put a layer of this hyaluronic acid so it can absorb into my skin. Like I said, we would be using a lot of this. Every time I microneedle, I probably end up finishing one of these little bottles and then use probably like a little bit of this because I really want to hydrate my skin. I really want to use as much product as possible. I don't want to be stingy with the product because this is what's going to make it just glow and help. And then I am going to put just some on my forehead. Again, the pores are wide open, so. On my nose, I'm putting it everywhere I pass with that microneedle. So my face is a little bit red. It's tinted. You can see this side. You can see where my acne scars, you know, it's a little bit more red than usual. You can definitely see where the struggle areas were, because it kind of brings it to the surface, but then it heals. Let this be how it is the rest of the day. At night, the only thing I'm gonna do is like brush my teeth, and then I'm even gonna put another layer on. I want my skin to, since it's open right now, super open, I want it to absorb all of this serum, all of it. So I'm even gonna put more on before bed, just another layer. And then in the morning, I'm lightly gonna wash with like coldish, like tap cold water. I'm lightly gonna wash it, just lightly, you know, just wash it off, and then put my, like my hydration creams and stuff, and then sunscreen, especially like the sun here is like, it's burning. It's 108 outside, like on average right now. So I don't want to burn my face. I want to keep it hydrated and keep it protected. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'll share with you guys, like I'm going to keep this vlog or this open, and I'm going to share with you guys the morning, how it looks, and then go from there. But this is the day 1 of my microneedling, how it looks right after. This is my skin right after a shower the following day. Definitely a little red, but there's definitely some glow to this. So not mad about these results. It takes about 2 to 3 days to fully heal. So today I'm still gonna like limit sun exposure. I'm not gonna, I don't really put on makeup, so I'm just not going to put on makeup though, just for that precaution. And not sweat, like extremely sweat. So like no saunas or anything, but I am loving this glow. It doesn't look bad at all. Some spots are a little bit more red than others, but definitely having more of an overall glow. Thank you so much for tuning in to my microneedling journey. It's really helped me with my acne scars and just kind of looking like bringing more collagen, more elasticity, and healing, you know. But let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Again, like I am not a, you know, I don't do this professionally. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer. This is just what I do, my experience, and then links for everything below if you want to give it a try. It's not as scary as it may look, but again, I'm not a professional. I'm just doing this on myself, learned by professionals though. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, hear a little bit about my journey, my experience with acne and acne scars, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.